For cadiaN and stavn, going to set one player in towards the ramp position for Honda as the two juulies set themselves up towards Cheetah. Art gets drawn against First Blood. stavn kicks things off for the CT side. He continues looking around the corner as TeSeS gets caught on the B site, but stavn is still not done. Double up for him, swing back for the triple, almost catches. Still ready on the other side of that Cheetah position. He's waiting for presence to hold. VINI caught off, but VINI still gets the kill back to a 3-on-3 situation, but cadiaN starts moving up, sees yuurih, taps slowly, gets it back to the man advantage for Heroic. Decent. Going to move out from cave, juulies in hand, may have just spotted VINI right there. See the bomb, they're going to swing together, they'll drop it, and it's all left to KSCERATO. 5 points of health for the 1v3 clutch. Get the bomb down, it's pretty much impossible at this stage. You'll flick back, known as a player over at Wood, but cannot seem to land the kill on any one of the individuals for the Heroic side. Pistol goes their way. Fast in towards main, yuurih and co, not wasting any time. Smokes up, sjuush going to try to press them. It does get overwhelmed surely by the AKs. Indeed, yuurih draws First Blood, the CT's got a retake.
Very quick indeed for the T side. cadiaN just trying to see if he can find a bit of an angle with that AWP. Should get smoked off.
They can go towards the site themselves. And the bomb plant can be secured, nades involved. They tag VINI, they're 25. They don't quite get the kill on him, so they can't deny. Call here for Heroic. A very, I don't want to say smart call per se, but it does feel like it's the smarter option concerning, considering what you could have lost overall here for the CT side.
It's the right call. I look at it at that sort of situation because really, you're down by one, you lost the A side so quick.
They're still rocking mostly for Masters and the MP9. ropz and then for cadiaN. His refrezh can get caught out here towards mid control. He gets Arc. KSCERATO got naded down as well, so it's Candle's angle. KSCERATO ready not to repeat the same mistake. He almost looks away from refrezh though. Takes some damage, but gets it back to a 4-on-4.
And there's a lot of players out towards the B side, but that attention needs to be drawn back out towards CT. stavn trying to work off with his teammate. Honda finding the trade back. Can't quite follow up.
Doesn't also get away alive here for stavn's part. cadiaN now left alone in the site. SMG for sjuush is going to try wrap back in towards the mid control. SMG is going to be a little bit late to the party and gets overwhelmed for it. Now they can full send back into the A site. AWP is on rotation, but it won't get here tonight at bomb plant. It could be on for a retake, but again, there's no kit for cadiaN.
Yeah, they've got no smoke to go down to the cross, so this AWP is going to look in.
On top court, KSCERATO the same. 1-on-1 now. Be a second to the board of FURIA as yuurih's patience works wonders for them.
Yeah, so the information must have been that when sjuush came into elbow and tagged up with the double AWPs, having a fair bit of influence out towards that mid position. VINI just walking for a walk. TeSeS catches him through the smoke.
deagle can try force forward. Grab the Heroic side. FURIA know this. Walking in with Molotovs down. Honda leaning forward, seeing sjuush. Is traded back by KSCERATO. So 2 for 1. Bomb is close to sight. The AWP still finds a pixel on yuurih and drops it. So now KSCERATO and Art, these two players that you highlighted in the pre-game. AWP not on Art this time, but KSCERATO's AK pressing around the corner here towards that main entrance. It's down with the other AWP. Backs up cadiaN, who doubles up and gets the third for Heroic.
Mate.
That B play, it seems, a set piece down to the back lines, counter flash in from refrezh, allowing TeSeS to peek forward, seeing what is going on, and that's plenty of no. AWP round the corner, sees way too many, cannot hit a shot here. TeSeS going down, and now stavn's going to get overextended upon. refrezh going to try and make a play, but out in the open, he just gets overwhelmed. FURIA taking control of a very scrappy B hole from Heroic.
It just seemed that they got pretty complacent with the aggression for the Danish side. We saw the way in which TeSeS just got flashed in towards ramp and just saw contact.
Not a big fan of that B side hold, but trying to work on something that the FURIA side can exploit going. VINI tagged, cadiaN wrapping slowly, looking for VINI, and does catch the trade on refrezh's part, so 1 pistol baiting and 1 good kill. At least they can get that much here for Heroic, 1 for 1 on the trade counts, and the M4 is waiting for even more out towards main. Honda and yuurih, they're ready for this. TeSeS is not. KSCERATO gets his pick back in sjuush with 1 and 2 big frags. Third man of Art round of the corner. The deagle can trade it back to evens again. 2 they're bracketing in that B site when they're not. But stavn is creeping up towards mid. The donut angle. KSCERATO looks away. The AWP gets caught for it. Bomb dropped. Now rotations can get called by the big green of cadiaN. KSCERATO has the site. It still needs to get the smoke down to the bomb plant soon.
Just get that bomb plan in. Try and see if you can win out the fights, but he needs an aggressive play.
He needs to isolate each individual player. cadiaN. Step heard, cadiaN baiting in. stavn takes his shots, wild spray back and forth. cadiaN gets the shot back, and eventually with patient plays, Heroic will take the 4th.
And for FURIA, I feel for them. Like, KSCERATO was holding mid for so damn long, and then just went down.
Cash involved. Or KSCERATO tagged through the smoke regardless. refrezh gets the kill on the first man, the second one comes easy. Simple stuff for Heroic. Key position, especially smokes up. AK ready for stavn. Molotov into the back. VINI gives up the shoulder. It allows a spray to come through for stavn. 19 HP though. Smoke back to position, ready to try and pre-fire it as well. yuurih finally gets the trade involved, but that's a 3-for-1 that favors Heroic. Good prof angle, but it's not the right angle he's looking in from. Refrezh catches the man. All left to yuurih. Based upon the backstab of cadiaN, and there's Heroic winning yet another round here against FURIA. Vincere is up mid-control, established by Art, who gets the Mac 10 straight in against cadiaN, and refrezh caught on themselves of each other. And sjuush is going to try to find these trades, but only gets one of them. KSCERATO with a responsive and Heroic, caught flat-footed in the mid-control. FURIA decimating them with an SMG, and now they have the A site.
There we go. Something a little bit more pacey. Fast out from the mid position, trying to catch both of the CT, still pulling nades out. And stavn and TeSeS, this is going to be a tough read.
A great attempt, but it might keep T-side players in the site. VINI does get caught. TeSeS will go up to the bomb, however. It does also take yuurih down, so at least that's damage.
Like they're going to push A at all. You've got Honda out towards the elbow position. Timing is going to be everything for him.
Turn away from stavn, does get caught. cadiaN going to reface, though he has no idea he's being flanked. TeSeS and sjuush get a couple more picks back on the B site. cadiaN caught back to a 3 versus 3, so rotation, breathing room, ball. They're going to leave TeSeS on the site itself. No, they're going to rotate him to catch off as well. The bomb will commit towards site here. The CT so far away as the plant does come down.
There is a bit of a gap in that smoke for the CTs to start and work with. Honda looking to take a fight immediately, but back to a 2v2.
Yeah, refrezh finding VINI in the interim. TeSeS and him are so tagged up, especially TeSeS. Honda and yuurih on 100 points or thereabouts. Still faced in from Honda, goes down, so it's all left to yuurih. 1-on-2 for the 3K clutch. Time's ticking, a little over a half of the timer left. TeSeS faced in, caught off, there's a kill. Refrezh now making his way up from temple. I'm not sure if yuurih heard a footstep, but he has an inkling of what's going on, and wins the spray for it. Get that fifth for FURIA. Heroic may have found a breakaway headshot. He's tapping desperately. Smokes the Molotov to his backline position. Should get Molotov the way. Alongside a player that's coming forward here from Donut. sjuush does get dealt with. cadiaN falls next up. So 5-on-3 is the T just clean house here to A. And I think it might be a save for Heroic.
I've been very impressed by these A tags coming through from FURIA. Just out from main itself. Get those smokes down. Cross out really nicely. TeSeS does at least deny that bomb from going down. But KSCERATO is still aggressive. Looking for more picks. But somehow we get evened up.
stavn's found though for the T-side member. So's yuurih's back. Ooh, this could all come down to timing. Gun barrel scene player's been caught, and now Art's on rotate.
They should have the information relatively quickly. They've dealt with yuurih. They haven't seen any follow-up. Art's been able to get over towards B. How does he play out the post plant?
He's had very little impact so far on this map up. 4 kills deep, but he's going to go away. No kits in play for Heroic. Scene of the first player on the defuse right now. TeSeS ready for the kill. He gets it in hole, and stavn can slip the defuse. Heroic can find the lead.
A very well played round for Heroic in that 2v2. It seemed like FURIA had the right sort of idea to get in towards the backlines, get into...
Very awkward sentiment to make. Mac 10 of KSCERATO forces the forward, much like Art did in one of those previous rounds. sjuush can burn Art away, though, so... Mac 10 of KSCERATO also trying to force forward towards mid. Could catch a flanking, but again, Heroic are ready for it.
AWP watching, doesn't miss the shot at all, and now they're just going to start sending it in towards the B side. They only get one.
TeSeS still in the back curve, lines up the next 2, and gets the spray together. For what seemed like a very simple side of the pistol round going live so quickly. It's cadiaN that leads the charge alongside TeSeS. He had his own individual moments over the course of this for Honda, looking for a moment of his own. 2 picks found outside of Donut. KSCERATO then drop the bomb out of main on refrezh. Gets sjuush as Honda finds cadiaN as well, and that's that cleanup for FURIA. Even get a chance to set that lurk up. Fourth man even going to go ahead and join the fray here. Heroic finally lose first blood. Art picks up TeSeS, and Heroic player jump past. But only one individual. Now cadiaN looking to strike back. Honda's low. Art picks up a kill. Great frag on the first man, not quite the second. yuurih with the response. Refrezh and sjuush. The last couple of players left. Second shot for Art down towards the donut angle does not connect. The leg shot on the site does, though, so refrezh can find a trade.
They've just got to try and get back in towards safety, back into a bit of cover, and sjuush has got to try and clutch. They swing out wide. They swing out aggressively. FURIA going to get up to tie in the scoreline.
And 9 all to the board. Heroic, decent bomb plant, but not exactly a decent round, losing all the rifles. Money will kind of be there. I mean, is it justifiable for a force buy here? Pretty impactful. Art ready for the shot, misses it out against sjuush. That's a big kill to open up with KSCERATO swings back. Can't get the trade either. 2 players double up, and now it's a 5 versus 3.
This could be an instant save, especially when this kill comes in for stavn.
Yeah.
Easy as that. Just hold on to your weapons, go in for the save, and just lose the idea of being able to put a lead on. Heroic. it does seem that they are punishing Art a fair bit for missing these shots because he has been wildly inconsistent with the AWP across this map.
I know you've had a bit of a problem with AWPers over the course of the week here, Dwayne, and definitely for good reason. It is one of those roles that kind of weapons in the M4 and the AK, and that's a forced invest there for Heroic with the 2 Galils out, get themselves a free AWP. Lose 1 AK, sure, but going to get rid of the rest of the rifles, not quite for refresh. The Galil drops, which is fine for them, peeking into the B site with the flashes coming over, but no execute just yet, no casualties taken.
Yeah, Art's just trying to take that duel onto stavn, and there's the opener. There's a great advantage for them to work.
Looking for KSCERATO. Where's the headshot? See the man, burst through, fantastic kill. Can he get Honda as well? Yes, he can. Silencing the defensive is a 4v3, but Art's still making a play here. He doesn't make anything more out of this. cadiaN deals with him. AK sees the pushback. The bomb should rotate out towards this A site here. Like, sjuush is calling it in, like, rotate, guys. I'm right here, completely opened up. Oh, yuurih, a bit of an awkward play against cadiaN as he looks away at the wrong moment, but now it's all left to VINI.
Got to and eventually just get this AK to fall.
Yeah, awkward duels back and forth here towards lane, but Heroic are the ones to come out on top. And it was sjuush, all him on that A site. VINI now just looking for the exit. Probably could get caught by refrezh with his back turned. Case of timing. TeSeS is also here. Wins that first fight. Turns away. Can't grab the AWP. That'll fall back into the hands of the T sideline. And AK's big greens out for Art, AUG, and M4s. Set and ready. Good shot from Art. Doesn't miss this time. Refaces, however. Art as well. Or your battle could be interesting. TeSeS taking the rifle B rifle battle and losing it to Honda. All-important frag of the 5 versus 3. Now yuurih's got 3 to find out a cheater. Takes that first base, not that second kill. stavn responds towards it. cadiaN gets tagged up in the inter, and the flashbang will come forward as they try and enter towards the site. stavn gets a double up on Honda next up. So, Heroic.
Now, KSCERATO, although he misses the timing and he misses the opportunity, he can now backstab in for main. I don't know if they'll be ready for that.
Well, stavn's going to be covered off here as cadiaN checks out mid just in case, but very, very difficult site to hold here for Heroic. Very difficult scenario to keep under their control. VINI starting to face. stavn still watching. KSCERATO makes his move up. stavn's right out in the open towards his main entrance, so it's a spray for a kill. Now cadiaN's got a hold off against the bomb defusal. Art. The AWP in, smoke down, on towards Donut. They've read it so well. Tap forward, Art's on the bomb, nades involved, shot ringing out from cadiaN, still can't connect it, Third shot, fourth shot, catches Art at the right moment. I think he's won it as well. They're back on the defuse, but no one's got a kit, no one's got time. VINI's gonna clear up, cadiaN's won it with 2 massive frags and an unlucky 13th. WP, I guess, to try and land a first pick on an aggressing CT player, which won't be given up to him, unfortunately. The Honda to find refresh on the late lurk toward the early lurk towards the B site. Shots out from Art, missing out again at point blank. Such close range, and Heroic overwhelmed with the jump face, the bunny hops, just the sheer numbers of players that they have around that corner. 4-on-4, KSCERATO held back to the back, and Molotov's to force him out of position. Gets back towards Donut, at least still gets the kill on TeSeS. Doubles up on sjuush. Big stuff from KSCERATO at last. In a 4-on-2 scenario, stavn and cadiaN are left the clutch here.
Incredible couple of kills in for KSCERATO, and that really the majority of the damage.
cadiaN's going to double dip, tries to get a clutch, but that's not going to happen. Honda. sjuush, first man in with the deagle. stavn does catch VINI for a bit of damage, but it's only damage, no casualties. Blind fire from Honda as stavn finally falls. sjuush turns around onto VINI's part of things. yuurih grabs that AK, tries to look for the wall bank. It's KSCERATO that steals it instead. Bomb plant to be stuck here by refreshing a 4 versus 3. He'll get it in the midst of the smoke, but yuurih rounds that corner, gets 2 frags for his trouble, and cadiaN left to hold it all. The AWP just rounded upon by KSCERATO. Another fantastic hold there for FURIA.
It might only say that he's up to 17 kills for KSCERATO, but these last handful of rounds, he's looked very, very impressive. And you got to remember, this was the early 3-0 start with the pistol and convert.
In that smoke. sjuush finally catches the man. Great kill. Open things, they'll smoke down the CT entrance, instead starts trying to split their way in towards the B side, so it's all a ruse, but they've got to get past this cheater inside defender. yuurih with a kill back on stavn, deals with him. cadiaN and TeSeS give up their 1v1 duels. They do find a couple of trades back on the Molotov and the AWP. The backstab completes itself. VINI on 6 points of health, trying to hold off against 1 good kill, but cannot seem to handle it. It's all KSCERATO, 1v2, coming in from the back lines here at Cheetah, kit in play, and AK for the retake.
He's got the nades, but he needs to isolate these picks.
Knife coming through, AK trying to bait him out, awkward sprays, neither player gets the kills involved. KSCERATO does find sjuush, but will not find the defuse, will go up with the bomb, and Heroic will get to that point. They've got to go 3 rounds in a row to get there. Double AWP set up into VINI and Art. This could be the change-up they need as Art strikes first.
And just pick being found by the AWPer as they slow walk aggressive out from that mid position. There is a bit of a walk play out towards potentially a B fake to bring that bomb out to A. You've got a very, very deep pressed up player, a sjuush, out towards the A main position.
VINI finds the kill on TeSeS. Has a gap in that cheater smoke as it starts to clear overall. Shot from Art, not quite as good on that flick back. Takes a dink. Still could line up these two players. Gets refresh instead. Peeks back in for another good kill. Tagging up stavn. The USP's enough to dish out the damage. And Art with a massive, massive 3K sequence.
Is aggressive. We haven't seen this before.
And it might catch heroic off guard. sjuush rounds the corner, loses his head. So does TeSeS, and that drops the bomb. That's everything for FURIA. The information out here. What's FURIA going to do with this? Knife in hand. Switching back to the M4, catching cadiaN, dropping the bomb again. Re-smoke to buy some cover. Player facing so far out in the open, but yuurih still sprays through. stavn traded back by KSCERATO, and refrezh caught in the back by Honda. And indeed, pretty quick towards this one. The Molotov doesn't extend towards the big green. He still faces forward, takes some damage, flick back, not connecting cadiaN. Burns the man alive. yuurih has found a trade at the interim, though, back towards wood. 15 seconds. Heroic are pressed for time here. They're going to get baited in. yuurih gets another kill alongside VINI of the crossfire. TeSeS and refrezh down. sjuush trying to go for the backstab. Now stavn got to get a plant in 6 seconds. VINI could catch him off. His position could also do the same thing. And Honda will wrap the corner. Comes the face. Good shot. Missed out by the flashbang. cadiaN connecting the opening kill for Heroic.
Just what they needed. Bait out the AWPer and just follow up with an instant peek in. refrezh waiting for some further aggression, and for FURIA, they lose the opening man advantage, looking for a way back in.
Oh, refrezh with a fantastic shot. VINI turns it around, though, alongside Honda with a trade back on mid. cadiaN to fall in a 3-on-3. KSCERATO still on the site as well. Got to check both the main and donut entrances. It's all going to be a case of timing, and stavn has absolutely no idea. Honda follows suit on TeSeS, and despite the open line position, sjuush has now got a 1v3 clutch. The Molotov pulled out at the wrong moment as KSCERATO takes the swing, takes the frag.
No idea.
Trying to bait in that shot, trying to bait in the CT to make a mistake. Still, he connects on the sjuush, and now Art's not missing any shots. cadiaN, however, does force him out in a mistake.
And they're not committing with the advantage. They've got the A site completely opened up, but it's still a fake. They're trying to make a way into B. cadiaN finds his second of the round.
All important frag, but now VINI and Honda on the site defensive. Honda gets dealt with. VINI does find a kill on stavn, so he's a solo defender. KSCERATO on rotation. Gapping that smoke to look for TeSeS here. The bomb's committing out of ramp, though. Based in, spray down, tag the 77, nade to his position, and finally refrezh can win out that fight, leaving it all to KSCERATO. 1v3 for the clutch. Got to go for it in the last of the OT. Heroic, however, should get to 16. He really has had a monstrous game of his own right. Bit of a silent hero for the FURIA side. Does get himself involved for the first kill of this next retake, but again, just shut down at the seams by FURIA. There's a lot of hell in this cheater position from previous Heroic faces, and stavn gets the kills to open things up. Finds yuurih. Smoke. About 5 seconds from clearing here. TeSeS will start to back away for it. Did not in case they're out on the jump face, but still catches them of that smoke regardless. Great kill, great read for Heroic, 5-on-3.
And they're just desperate for anything at this point. For an overextension, for a player to just find a double kill on an entry frag. This is such a difficult situation for the TeSeS to recover, and sjuush has made it even further. Fantastic
frag again. Another one to add to the tally for Heroic. 2 standing for FURIA. Art pressing into the back line. sjuush catches him off guard for his double up, and now VINI left alone in the 1v5, and that OT, so there's always that. Blocks involved, facing in, sees TeSeS, dealt with immediately. Molotov's down, smokes him, flashes over. TeSeS struggles to get the kill on KSCERATO. 3 faces, and he goes down for it. stavn also getting caught down at AHP. cadiaN with his AWP frag on the first man, but not quite the second. He's seen Honda. He knows that he's there somewhere in the midst of the smoke, and now he's out in the open. What's he doing? Just standing there, giving up his life in a 4-on-3 scenario now. FURIA can't get the bomb down, but look how close sjuush is. He gets the bomb to drop, transfers his spray back to the second man, but yuurih can't trade him on 7 points of health, though, with bomb out of his control. Backstab inbound from stavn, and stavn will clean up the round. 18 for Heroic. They're back on that point. Still resting on the wrist because TeSeS rounds the corner, sees Honda, but Honda gets the opening frag. And they spot green of the AK. Looks above, sees KSCERATO, going to wait for his chance to strike. Headshot on the first, sees the bomb planter, but cannot seem to get the kill against him. stavn gets Art, meanwhile, out towards the cheater position. Magisk sprays from refrezh, can come through to do some damage, but not a kill. A 4 versus 3, making it 2, as cadiaN gets Honda through the smoke, as VINI and yuurih up for the force forward here. The time is against them. FURIA can just hold on, but VINI cannot. All left to yuurih now. Everything to do in this 1 versus 4. Taps basic, trying to get a headshot in. They're on the defuse right now. cadiaN's covering it off, and he gets his kill together for Heroic to take it. 19-17 at last. They've got map 1.
Incredible.
Well, some silver linings for FURIA towards the end of Ancient, but the bottom line is that that was their map pick. A risky one that yielded no reward as Heroic start things off in this series with a good chance to take that 2-0. We entertained the idea before the series itself. We thought that there's a good possibility that it would happen, Blake. So far, it looks like we're right on track.
I was well impressed, though, by FURIA. Yeah, it's not a map victory for them on their map pick, but still, they played some really decent Counter-Strike. Honda started getting really involved. Art, towards the back end of that map, started to find some really consistency with that AWP.
Indeed, he did.
He had a bit of a stint over at North. He's come over here to Heroic, and you can just see that the way in which he composed himself, he is hungry. He loves to win, and that's got to be one of the biggest points for his success.
I think so too, definitely. And I feel like Kani has just been one of the star elements for this side. And I've been loving the way that he's been playing. Again, I'm just such a big fan of his AWP role. Like, it's nothing too flashy, but
Squeak Door, that's normally where KSCERATO can really shine. But we know that they've picked Nuke in all of their series so far, except this one. So they are...
Oh no!
So easy. With my ukulele, I can kill everyone. Oh!
What the Okay, I need to stop jumping.
And starting shooting, maybe.
Yeah, it's better, I believe, to win on Counter-Strike. Oh!
Oh!
Like this! Take the
Like
take it in
this.
the ass!
Please, can you show yourself? Oh!
into map 2 of Nuke, the default pick of Heroic, the pick of Heroic in this series as well. And Twag, there's a lot of question marks surrounding the Brazilian side right now. They gave it their best shot, they brought it to overtime, but they just weren't able to close out. So is there a chance for them on Nuke? And if so, what do they have to do?
Yeah, again, for FURIA, they've got to come in composed. Make sure that they're not tilted, that the mental sort of reset is in. Okay, didn't get them on map 1. Let's give it a bit of a show here. We're in a lower bracket game. Our backs could not be more up against the wall.
Absolutely, and for FURIA, knowing again that this is the same sort of spot they've fallen in the last 2 Intel Extreme Masters events, they don't want to go down on their own right here. Everything to play for in this second map, the final chance of FURIA and Heroic, especially FURIA, to maintain their tournament lives here in IEM.
Used to the force buys these days, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, yeah. Economy game's a little bit weird in Counter-Strike at the moment. Awkward, weird sort of smoke being set up there towards the outside control. Big gaps left there, but cadiaN still turns the Mac 10 into the kill of Art. 5 versus 3. Well, Heroic just going downstairs as FURIA have been baited in for the rotations at this time to refresh early, though. The diagonal smokes coming in the T-side line, much more proficient than previous. TeSeS to get caught by Art first and foremost, and refresh gets tagged to 16 HP. So Heroic, not the start they wanted in this round.
No, not at all. They have really been hit hard in this round. Refresh down low. TeSeS already being dealt with. They can go for just the walk without the smokes now to the outside position, but they need a pick back. They need an early advantage.
Smokes involved, and the T-side players make their way away. FURIA. yuurih in, the AUG out. A sjuush burst through. Damage done. stavn comes up against Honda. Turns it back to a 4 versus 4, so there are trades available.
A bit of an over-aggressive move coming through for Honda, just being punished. And now for Heroic, that's just what they were waiting for. Really slowing down this clock. They don't have a massive amount of util to work with.
Time starting to run short on the Heroic side. And themselves with a smoke only. That's it. And take the lead early against Heroic. No damage done on the early sprays through those smokes. More damage done to KSCERATO than towards the T side. Have their way down on top of the hot position. KSCERATO's heard those footsteps. yuurih's going to try to deal with them. 2 frags against those 2 players. Can't quite get the third one, but KSCERATO's there to trade back on TeSeS. VINI's also there to try and maintain control of that AK. Deal with once. Down. Last player left in the locker rooms. Flanks inbound. Nades up. He's dead. The third for FURIA.
And decent pace coming through from the city side in terms of trying to get these rounds over and done with. Just not being able to get the big green out very often on T side, because out on Ancient, cadiaN was their guy.
Now, in every series, cadiaN's kind of been their guy. And a redundant statement to make there, Cerq, probably.
It's going to get chucked around a little bit. KSCERATO, they're going to hold it.
Deagle shot of VINI. Looked like that was onto sjuush's head. Only tagged him in the shoulder. yuurih also stepped with his own deagle out towards the hell entrance. He dropped down into the hell position. You'll see the gun barrel, I think, of cadiaN start to fall away in the end for Heroic. They do not give up the opportunity towards that deagle. It's going to rest mostly on VINI, I think, towards this B-side defense, but I don't know if Heroic are thinking about this. 25 seconds, they've got to make a hit.
Well, they've either got to drop lower or fake that there's going to be... In a round where you're only up against a basic eco, a couple of upgraded pistols here or there, a shotgun to come out, and they're executing towards the upper bomb site with 17 seconds left on the clock. It gives them absolutely no room to get those trades, to get those lurk plays in, and, well, it seems the timer here on T-side is affecting them the most.
And they had issues with this over on Ancient. They were able to take that map overall, but much like Ancient as well, we're going to be 4-all back and forth for the early game. FURIA are the ones who are in control at this moment. The AWP stays. One good frag, can't transfer to the second. cadiaN does come back though, deal with one individual, and now they're going to get to the site, get the defusers. Arc covers off the rotate and gets that pick for FURIA.
And even for cadiaN, that bomb's just not planned for him at all out from ramp. The only way that round works is if the players stay alive on the site, and for FURIA, you have to give them a fair bit of credit onto that retake. Even though they had the man advantage, they didn't mess about. They didn't sort of waste time and start trying to draw out utility, draw the fight instead. Just take those fights relatively quickly, forcing that over-rotate from cadiaN out from lobby, get the retake on, find the sixth.
It's well done from FURIA in that one. 6-4. 2 rounds in the lead now for the CT side. It's a half buy back for the Heroic side. The 1+ bonus will aid in the upgrade pistols, but nothing definitive here for round 11. FURIA are a couple away from taking the half, which is something that they were unable to do over on Ancient. Brought it close to the even standing, but never quite able to arc out an advance
towards the outside position. That I love the utility they used in that round. The lurk smoke up from heaven, give themselves the advantage. Smoke off VINI out from closed vent was, I want to say, the round winner. Just the way in which they disallow the CTs to find any kind of jewels before that bomb gets planted, and from there, you just play time.
Another Nova coming out on this eco here for FURIA. This time a full eco on this. Art really wants to get a kill with this weapon. He's playing outside again. I don't think he is. Trying actually out towards the vent position. And sjuush is there to deal with the pistols on the outside plays. The lurker catches yuurih, catches KSCERATO. Quadra out for the man. Easy pickings. Just pistols without Kevlar, and now Art hoping for a miracle in this. Does at least bounce down. Catches a second player for damage. Refresh. Just stays alive. TeSeS cleans up.
Damn, I would have loved to have seen a Nova 2K, but hey, it's a bit of damage.
Did take some damage, but yeah, still pretty okay. Tactical pause for FURIA, their third called in this half. They are taking as many
control in that first half as possible on your city side. Hasn't quite come through, so they're going to take another tactical, take a little bit of a breather. Heroic.
Let's see where he goes with it. Unfortunately, he doesn't go towards outside, which is where the teams are playing from. Down towards Secret, instantly into the B bomb site. FURIA have no presence here at all.
Instant save, 5v5, no kit in play. They can't go for this.
cadiaN will still find exit frags though. KSCERATO caught on the first, smoke back down to get out of dodge. Making some noise, knowing that they indicate that he's up on the roof. But either way, as you mentioned, it's got to be a save call now for FURIA. Like, if it wasn't before the kill came in for cadiaN, it has to be now.
Yeah, for sure. And you're in a situation where you play a bit of a risk, you play a bit of a gamble with the buy that's not great. cadiaN might actually get backstabbed, so there's a way in which Arc gets a kill with the XM, upgrades up to the shotgun. No, we don't mind the XM. Heroic just have a very, very good read in which they just bring that bomb to lower from Secret, and simple as that. Take the bomb site, overwhelm completely. Arc going super aggressive.
Already towards Silo and towards the outside control. There's AWP to respond towards him though, and cadiaN immediately shuts him down. Grabs the big green, takes him out of the round. KSCERATO and yuurih also get tagged towards outside and inside. Honda pressing in against stavn, and stavn ready for the headshot, gets the kill in.
Oh, beautiful.
out, seeing if cadiaN can continue to post up the numbers. The great sniper plays that he's had so far in this series and in this tournament.
Trying to go for a couple of wallbang shots, but not finding any connections, so nothing really to it. FURIA, that was quite pacey going into the anti-force by just exploding out towards the upper side. And you're right, PP Bison, just look at her entry from Art, doesn't...
AUG watching back towards a squeaky entrance to the open vent. It's down. Caught off by Honda, but VINI's going to be back up. Really getting spooled up here. 4 in a row for the Brazilians.
And we saw it up against Renegades, just how much room was being opened up on T side from that squeak door entrance. We're seeing it again in this round. Yes, it's not an immediate kill. They spam up refrezh very, very low. But as soon as that nade comes in, all right, 5 on 4, we've got the advantage. We'll wait.